welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review, swatches, and a tutorial on the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. I'm not going to say too much in this intro because I want you guys to see how the shadows perform. I want you to see my overall review at the end of this video. The palette is absolutely beautiful. I can't wait for you guys to see how the shadows perform, the packaging, the swatches, everything. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but my ring light is gone. Well, not gone, I still have it, but I bought two soft boxes. You guys know they're those big umbrella looking lights, and I'm absolutely obsessed. I really love the lighting now. Like, I don't feel like my ring light is washing me out now, and I'm absolutely obsessed. I'm so happy. Like, I feel like my lighting's so much better. So the next step is just to buy a new camera, and then I feel like I will be set. So that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna talk. I'm not gonna say too much. But I love you guys, and I hope that you really enjoyed this video and this purpley simple tutorial. I didn't do anything crazy. I didn't do no liner or nothing. I played with the purples and threw on some lashes. So it's pretty simple, something you guys can all achieve at home, but that's pretty much it, and I'm gonna get on to the tutorial. Find me where the wild things are. Alright you guys, so I'm going to be showing you the palette, what it looks like, and I am going to do some swatches to the best of my ability. I'm going to be using this arm since I don't have any tattoos on it, but I want you guys to get the true colors of each of these shadows and see what they really look like. So I haven't tried this palette at all. I'm going to be trying this on my eyes for the first time with you guys. I did do some swatches on my own when I got the palette, just to see what they kind of look like, but I have not tried them at all, nor have I swatched all of them. So I am going to swatch all of them for you guys so you guys can see what they look like. So this is the packaging for the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. It's very beautiful. It has that little effect to it. I honestly love it. It's purple. It's gorgeous. When you take the palette out the box, it looks like this. So the first thing you see is Huda. She is gorgeous. When, I don't know if it's going to show up on camera, but when you move it, you can see the shadow on her lids, which is super duper cool. I didn't get her first palette, so I don't know if it was similar to that. I think it could have been, but I personally never was able to get the palette and get my hands on it, so I don't know what the packaging of that looks like, but I am obsessed with the packaging for this palette. And then when you open up the palette, you have this little plastic thing that protects the shadows, and it has her eyes on it, which is super cool. I love that. I usually throw these away, but I think I'm actually going to keep this one because it's so, like, it's so fancy. I don't know. My shadow just fell out the... I just like tilted it, and one of the eyeshadows just dropped out. Like, you know how they're magnetic and they stick? It literally just dropped out. I should probably go to Sephora like, homegirl, my palette's messed up. But I'm really not that person that's so like, don't crucify a palette because something came a little messed up, you know, even though, you know, you're paying the money for it, so you shouldn't have no problems, but whatever, I'm gonna leave it as is. So the palette looks like this. There's 18 beautiful shades. So on the back of the palette, it says there's 8 buttery mattes, 6 pressed pearls, 3 duochrome toppers, and 1 darling glitter shadow. And the glitter shadow is this one right here. It's called Cosmo, and I swatched it myself when I got it, and it was like very patchy. It was like skipping when I swatched it, but it said to wet the brush so that you can get like the best results with the glittery shadow. So I don't know, I haven't tried it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna try it today. I don't really know what I'm doing. I did want to use like the purple like duochrome shadows over here, so I might play with that. I know so many people already played with it, but I personally want to try it for myself. But the colors are beautiful. I have to say, I'm absolutely obsessed with the colors. They're all beautiful. I don't have anything bad to say about like the scheme of the shadows and like how they're put together. I haven't tried them, so I can't speak on like the formula and stuff like that. And then after this, we're gonna do some swatches. You guys can see what the shadows look like swatched. I picked my palette up from Sephora, and it retails for $65. Now I'm going to get on to the swatches. So here's the first row of shadow swatch. I skipped a shadow when swatching, so I ended up putting it last. But we have Desert Sand, Musk, Eden, Blood Moon, the one that I cannot seem to pronounce, and then Amber at the end. These swatch are absolutely beautiful. Blood Moon is just blowing me away. Do you guys see that swatch? That was like one swipe, super intense. Here is the second row swatch. Hoping that you guys can see them and the camera is picking up the colors well enough. So the first color we have is called Celestial. The second color we have, I believe, is called Nefertiti. The third one is Twilight. The fourth one is Amethyst. The fifth one is Royal. And the last one is Retrograde. They're so pretty. Lots of purple. But I'm obsessed. Okay, and here is the last row. For the last row, we have Cashmere, Angelic, Cosmo, Turkish Delight, Saffron, and then Blazing. These are all super beautiful as well. I'm actually super impressed with the pigment for most of these. Cosmo's a little chunky since it is a glitter, which is why it swatches like that, but it'll probably pick up pretty nicely on the eyes. Alright, so that is it for the swatches. I'm actually really impressed. A lot of these shadows swatched beautifully. They seem super pigmented, which means for me that you should probably use a light hand. Pigment is definitely up there, so you're definitely gonna have to work slowly and build these up because they seem pretty pigmented. But we are gonna get onto the eye so that we can see for sure, and then at the end I'll let you know my overall thoughts and everything on the palette and if it's worth it, if you should buy it. I definitely want to test these shadows on my eyes first before I say anything about it, but from the swatches they look absolutely stunning and beautiful. I'm actually really impressed. All right, so we're gonna jump right into the eyes. I don't think I'm gonna be doing anything crazy. I want to do something just a little basic. I really just want to try the purples and that's pretty much it. I may do wing liner, I may not because it's late. I'm recording pretty late, so I don't know. The first color I'm going to be going into is Desert Sand, and I'm just going to be throwing that in my crease to get this look started. By the way, I did prime my eyes with some concealer and just set it. By the way, I'm so late, but I am in my robe because I was just too lazy to pick out a shirt. I was like, I'm just going to throw my robe on. I don't got time to worry about what I'm wearing. I'm just going to be using this crease brush from Moda Pro Brushes, I believe. Okay, you guys, so real quick, there is a lot of payoff. Kind of reminds me of the Anastasia Subculture palette. Just kind of means that the shadows are super pigmented, but you may waste a lot of product. That's the only problem. So some people will love that, some people will hate that. It's just all about making it work. Now if you have to go to extreme measures to make a shadow work, then it's not worth it, because there are shadows with, you know, like a lot of payoff and, you know, a lot of kickback. But if they're blendable and you can make it work, then that's no problem. I'm going to be throwing that shadow right into the crease. It's really light, so it's just going to get this look going. So then I'm going to be taking Amethyst and I'm going to slowly just build that and build it into the crease, because I really want that purple to show, because it's going to go really nice with Twilight, I think. So I'm just going to build that up in my crease, and I'm using a Morphe M412. I may like swap brushes back and forth. So it seems to be blending pretty nicely. I'm going back into my blending brush just to blend it a little more. I just have a little bit of like patchiness and skipping right here. It could be that I waited a while to do my eye makeup because I was cleaning up my room before I sat down to like do my eye makeup. So it does seem like a little patchy, or like it's skipping. So I don't know if that's the shadow or like, I don't know, the base. Plus my eyes are a little weird. I don't know, I always experience a little patchiness here in the beginning of my eye. I'm not sure why, but it could totally be my eye, so I don't know. This whole time I had my ears backwards. It's so embarrassing. I'm going to take this brown color right here. I'm going to take the same Morphe brush and go into that brown color just to deepen it a little bit. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm literally just winging this and I feel like it's going to come out like shit. I feel like that color just makes it like even a deeper purple. Like it doesn't contrast with it. It doesn't like turn it to like brown. It just looks a little deeper, and I really like that. I like that the colors don't clash together. I had this problem with my Subculture palette. I like it. There's beautiful colors, but I do have some difficulties blending. And also when I layer some colors, the colors start to change and look a little muddy. And I really like that with these particular shadows, when I layered it with another color, it didn't change. It didn't turn like brown. It didn't turn like dark. It just kind of like deepened the color and it made it look a little bit nicer. So I really like that. Okay, so now I'm going to be diving into that Twilight color. I'm just going to be placing this on my lid. So I think I'm going to take Twilight and Retrograde, which is this one on the end, and mix them together. I'm going to apply Twilight first and then Retrograde right in the middle, and then just blend the edges all together. Take my Fix Plus and wet the brush so I can pick up the shadow really nicely. And she also recommends that you wet your brush to pick up the shadows even better. I'm going to grab Twilight first and pack that. Oh my god. I'm gonna grab a little bit of Retrograde. Usually I do my shadow before my foundation, but today I wanted to have the base of my makeup done for the video, but there is a little bit of fallout, so I'd probably recommend you do your eyes first, or put some powder under your eye and then dust it off after you're done with your eyes. I'm gonna take a little bit of Amethyst just to help blend the colors all together. I'm gonna go back into a little bit of Desert Sand just to help blend out the edges. Alright, so I'm done with the shadows for now. This is how they look on the eyes. I love it. It's very purple, duochrome, all of that going on right now, and it looks beautiful. So I'm going to skip liner today because I don't want to do eyeliner, but I'm going to put some lashes on. I'm going to do some bold lashes. Since we're skipping liner, I'm going to do some pretty bold lashes. I'm going to be using Iconic Lashes in Black Magic. If you use my coupon code GLAM by Kasey, I'll put it across the screen. You will get 35% off at checkout. This is what they look like up close. And these are called Black Magic. Real quick, I'm going to put my eyelashes on and I'll be right back. Okay, so my lashes are on. We're going to go back into the palette and smoke out this lower lash line. So I'm going to be using Amethyst and Oud for that. I'm just going to call it Oud because it's O-U-D. I don't know the exact freaking name. Right after Amethyst, I'm going to go in a little bit with Oud over here, just on the outer corner, just to give it a little bit of smokiness. And after that, I'm going to go into Twilight, which is on my lid, and pop a little bit of that in the inner corner to make it pop. Alright, so for eyeliner, I'm actually going to be using a lip pencil. This is the I Love Sadie in ColourPop lip pencil in Mamacita. So it's this deep purple. And to help blend with the eyes, I'm going to be putting this in my waterline. I think that looks nice. And then I'm going to pop some mascara on my lower lash line. I'm using the L'Oreal Miss Mango Mascara. Okay, so now that we're done with the eyes, we're going to move on to some highlighter because I wanted to save the highlighter for this video. I skipped that when I was doing my makeup. I'm going to be taking the cream little contour stick from Fenty Beauty in Confetti. It's a really pretty iridescent purple one. Looks like this. Super pretty. I'm just going to be taking a Morphe E8 with that and just packing a little bit of that on my cheeks. Alright, so after that, I'm going to be taking my highlighter from Fenty Beauty in Lightning Dust and Fire Crystal, which looks like this. You guys already know. You saw it in the Fenty Beauty video. And for lips, I'm going to keep it super simple. I'm just using a gloss. This is the J Nova Collection gloss in Sunset. This is the gloss. It has these little glitters in it that are very beautiful, iridescent, gold, just a bunch of colors mixed, and it looks super beautiful on the lips. That's it for the gloss. Usually I'd pair it with a lip liner, but I'm just going to leave it naked today since we got a whole bunch of purples going on. Alright you guys, so that concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. So my overall thoughts of this palette is that it's absolutely beautiful. I personally had no problems blending with the shadows. None of them were like chalky or anything like that. They were super pigmented. There was a ton of payoff when zipping my brush into the shadows, but it didn't give me a hard time blending. So that is perfectly fine to me. Always remember, when playing with the shadow, you can always build the shadow up, but you can never take back what you already put on there. So that's why I say just go in lightly, use a light hand, and just slowly build the shadow up, because you can always build it up. You just can't take back. So that's something to keep in mind with this palette or considering purchasing it. Overall, I give this palette like an 8 out of 10. It's absolutely beautiful. It's great. But that's my overall review for the palette. I personally love it. I think it's worth it. I think you guys should go out and try it if you've been interested. Always worst case scenario, if the palette does not work for you, you can go return it in Sephora. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs up if you liked it. Comment down below for any video suggestions or anything that you guys want to tell me. And don't forget to subscribe before you go. Don't be shady. Hit the subscribe button and also hit the little bell so that you guys can get post notifications when my videos go live and you'll be the first ones to know. So that's it. I love you guys and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.